In Wizard101, Insane Bolt is used as a last resort spell for storm wizards when their health is low. 80% of the time, Insane Bolt will deal a massive amount of damage to the enemy. However, the remaining 20% of the time will result in the user being struck down by their own power. Who's to say that the heavens above aren't the ones deciding your fate? Or just the game developers toying with you? Wysteria was a place where pigs would run free. Eventually, they were overrun by settlers who educated the pig citizens and taught them how to duel. Once a year during November, droves of pigs are sent across the spiral, never to be seen again. Little did the pigs know it was a facade made up by none other than Belladonna Crisp of the Sanders family, heir to the coveted secret 11 herbs and spices recipe. This year, she hosts a tournament where the champion receives the secret recipe. The best fighters from all around the spiral have come to seek it. The winner also receives a 24 gold-plated loving cup trophy embossed with the spiral and engraved with "You are winner." Yeah, nobody cares about the stupid trophy. The first thing I needed to do was head to Merle's House of Fun for Thanksgiving. When I arrived there, Ambrose told me to go to Wysteria, because apparently I am the best wizard in Wizard City. Also because I can't have Thanksgiving off. Ambrose then handed me an expensive ring, which I could have sold. Mostly because that would have ruined the story. And I knew I needed to save Thanksgiving and feed about 4,680 guests. I talked to the Birdman and made my way into the hole of a magical tree before arriving in Wysteria. While in Wysteria, I disguised myself as a pig, so as not to draw attention from the others. When I arrived, I met an old pig lady, who told me I should see the tournament hall, where the trophy is out in the open, with nobody guarding it. After staring at the trophy, I talked to Benny Gremlin. He read me the rules of the tournament and set me up with my first opponent. I met Boy Flame Eater in the Chamber of the Basilisk. During the start of the battle, Dimwit Stormsucker decided to give me advice. His advice did not work as my own power was used against me. Even though I lost the battle, I didn't lose the tournament. Although this was not a steamed ham, I settled for charred. After the duel, I reported to Benny Gremlin with the result. The completion of the first duel allowed me to visit the dormitories, where the next course for Thanksgiving dinner lie in wait. For grilling, charring, and roasting. There I met Beet Rice, Kobe Beef, Nalia Dunestrider, and Rancid Pork. It then came time to meet the host of the tournament, the thick and crispy Colonel herself, Belladonna. She told me to go and visit all the school professors in Wysteria. Anku, Swamp Thing, Harry Boy, Gluttonous Alfoy, and this dog lady, who I took this small wooden clock from. The next thing I was tasked with by Belladonna was collecting coins from the Wysterian fountain. Guess who's gonna be rich instead of the people that made wishes? The next thing I needed to do was clear Pegasus Place of their goblin problem. Even though 80% of the time it will always hit its target. In this case, it seems to be that 80% of the time it will always hit me. Luckily, after roasting myself about 4 times, I was finally able to defeat 6 goblins. I talked to an old man with horns, and he sent me on a quest to collect plants. I was then told to collect bags of horse manure. After collecting the food for the Pegasi, I was asked to fight some goblins for a key. How do you lose a key to little short guys that come from a green hole in the wall? Anyway, after collecting the key, I needed to seal up the green hole in order to prevent more goblins from entering Pegasus Place. To do this, I asked Beet Rice for the secret Avalonian cement formula. I went shopping and collected everything on the list. And after getting permission for the repair work, at Pegasus Place the old man with horns said I needed to defeat the head goblin and collect a stupid rock. Now why does this boss almost have 2,000 health when the other enemies in the same world have less? I don't know, but what I do know is I have a rock. Finally done with Pegasus Place, I went back to the tournament to discover that somebody stole the trophy. and I was the one to blame because the ring Ambrose gave me was at the scene of the crime. Apparently, the pig who just stood there didn't see anyone that took the trophy, even though he is only 3 inches away. Before I could clear my name though, I needed to prepare the Kobe beef for Thanksgiving and to advance in the tournament. The next course was rice, and not just any rice, but beet rice. Luckily for me, I was able to cook the rice and move up the tournament ladder. With most of the tournament done, it was time to play detective again and uncover the whereabouts of the stolen trophy. The scene of the crime was littered with leaves, even though it's not technically litter. Only one man in Wysteria could know where these leaves came from, and that was Hipster Cyrus with hair. The only advice he could give me was to look in Tanglewood Way where the tree hipsters lived. To gain access to the street, I was requested to retrieve Nalia's wand. In the hipster-infested area, I grabbed Nalia's wand even though she outright wields and carries a scimitar. The tournament continued onwards as the next victim, competitor, was none other than Nalia. I'm a success! I can't be touched! The next act of business was to collect plant scraps from tree hipsters to compare with the leaves found at the crime scene. The great thing is that trees aren't immune from lightning. After collecting the dead plants, I went to Hipster Cyrus and he asked me to step into his office. From the moment I entered, I knew I would be in trouble, because this time I had to not only deal with the professor, but the teaching assistants as well. This is what happens when you don't study after Thanksgiving for finals. With class finished, I was told that Hipster Barbie was the culprit behind the missing trophy. I confronted the head hipster only to get fried by lightning. Eventually, I was able to bring Barbie down and teach it a valuable lesson in stealing. With my name cleared, the only thing left to do in Wysteria was to face Rancid Pork in the finals of the tournament. With all the skills that he had learned from Benny Gremlin, even he could not escape being the main course of Thanksgiving. I had won the tournament, and was bestowed upon the secret 11 herbs and spices recipe. I truly had become a master chef. I returned to Ambrose with the recipe, and thus Thanksgiving was saved. Before I go, thank you all for 4,600 subscribers, or 4,690 subscribers, or 4,700 subscribers. What I mean to say is these videos wouldn't be possible without your support. Each and every single day I see comments from all these wonderful people out there just sharing about their experiences. And it motivates me to try better as a content creator. And with that, have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.